So it's a big day, lots of ups and downs, and hopefully we won't get too wet.
And views if the fog lifts.
Yeah, views.
Should we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you okay?
Good evening, Stravamites. Good afternoon, Sabina, and welcome to leg 4 of our Beacons Way 100 recce. We have just left Llangynidr and hopefully in the direction of somewhere more pronounceable. Our destination date is the Storey Arms, which is just beneath Pennyfan, one of the 4 big peaks. I think it's 4, maybe 5. We're going to go over today. A distance of about 15 miles, maybe a little bit less, but with big elevation. We're well over 3,000 feet of elevation today, and we're entering the central beacons, which is going to be where everything starts to open up and we get onto the really big peaks. So we're going to be doing some of our biggest climbs today of the whole route. I would say it could be spectacular, but currently it's kind of foggy and rather cloudy, and a little bit damp and drizzly, but thankfully mild. So we may not see a great deal from the top, but we'll share that with you nearer the time. In the meantime, here we go. Just left the canal, I think the Monmouthshire Canal, a short climb and across some fields. Let's enjoy the view. Little navigation tip: come through this gate, turn right, up the side of the field, a right turn here. As you come down this lane, make sure you turn right and go up this path. There is a sign there for the Beacons Way, but it's not that easy to see. So go right and up, don't carry on down. Let's climb. Our elevation currently is 1,076 feet. I think at the highest point of today, and the highest point of the Beacons Way, we get to something like 2,800. So we've got about 1,700 feet of climbing still to do to reach the top. So today is mostly going to be up. Hello. Now, day 4, I was hoping to show you the day 4 artwork, but I need to tell you the story about this, because Marcel Davis was the artist, but this artwork is missing, believed stolen. Now, so let's tell you about Marcel. Born in Brecon, she obtained a degree in fine art from Ravensbourne College and lived in Hertfordshire for a while, returning to Brecon in 1980. She's well known for her lively and humorous embroidered scenes and has exhibited extensively in Wales. The beacons have been an everyday backdrop throughout my life. They were a playground where I walked, climbed, cycled and learned to swim. My artwork is inspired by my everyday life in Brecon, where the town and surrounding landscape provide a stage. She's had a bronze cast made of a figurative study for the art trail, which sadly is missing. I'll show you the picture anyway, because it's quite lovely. So as we come through the gate just behind me there, imagine this is July, and there you're going to be greeted by a stunning view of Tallybont Reservoir just down below us, because that's sadly the view we're missing right now. What we do have is sheep. Finally, a view of Tallybont Reservoir. There's a lane going off to the left. It seems to be heading slightly up. We're going to carry on down. So stay right, keep going down. No markers here. Hello again. I think we've got nearly a kilometre and a bit, maybe 1.3 kilometres before we make a turn. This trail up towards checkpoint 5 past Taliban Reservoir, which is now behind us. It's probably the longest straight section on the route so far. Feels like we've been going for 30 minutes or so. Gently uphill, so it's a bit of a climb, but no navigation needed. Some nice little waterfalls off to the right and the left if you look out for them. A bit boring if you ask me, but anyway. There's an old train tunnel just to the left. Lots of little frog spawns. Into the forest trail, we're turning right, heading towards the car park. Hello Sabina, so unless I'm mistaken, this is the car park where we'll meet you at checkpoint 5. You come in here, we're going to meet up. Now the bad news for both of us, but especially for me, who won't have had any practice, is the route takes us across this little cattle grid, which I'm going to be careful across. There is a gate, by the way, that side. And I think we start with this climb. This is going to be one of the biggest and steepest climbs of the whole route. I'll share it with you when we get to do it. At the moment we're having some lunch, but this is our climb. You can see the sign for the route up these steps, up alongside a waterfall. So we've got some elevation to come. So checkpoint 5, let's make this one count. We're going to be doing some work straight afterwards. In the meantime, I'm going to come back to my flask of coffee. So a few steps to begin with. Well folks, since leaving the car park we've been climbing quite steeply, more steps than path. We're up to about 500 metres of elevation, so we probably gained about 100 metres in the last 10 minutes. Less than a half a mile I would have thought. Lovely little bit of level path up at the top. We're at elevation of about 2,200 feet. The view's stunning to the right. Just come along this path and there's a waterfall to the right and a path that goes off to the right. We don't take that. We're going to do a sharp left followed by a sharp right. So a little bit of navigation required up here, Sabina. First little bit of marshy ground that we've seen so far, and also no really clearly defined path. We need to be able to rely on our GPX track up here. We've got a little bit of rock in the middle of the marshes. So there's a couple of stone cairns. There's not much of an easy to see path in this mist, but here we are, a little flat rocky bit on the top, and stick to your GPS route if you can't see anything. So we've just come across there, which as you can see isn't very visible, and there's not really much of a defined path. We join this path that goes along the ridge. Bottom of this little descent you can't clearly see in the mist. We have to fork right. The path will go on up that way, but we need to go right. We're heading up to Fanny Big, so we just got to watch out for a little turn. Check your GPS, it will show it here, but we're going to go right and back up. Follow the path to the right. There's a little shelter just up by the summit here of Fanny Big. Look at that. Now that's how to live on the top of a mountain. Awesome. Have a lovely afternoon, guys. Here we are, folks, the top of Fanny Big. We do a bit of a U-turn and we follow it round to the right. We do not cut the corner because it's straight down. If you wanted to climb Caribbean, you would go straight on up, but that's quite a steep little climb. We're going to do a left and a right. Our course skirts round the foot of Cribbin, so we don't have to do the big climb. The next climb for us will be Penny Fan, which will be a big one. Our ducklings have regrouped, I think, at the start of the climb up Penny Fan. There's a few minor pity parties going on right now, but that's understandable. It's been a long day, and as you can see, no views. So let's go join them. We'll stay at the back and we'll just plod up to the top. It's a fairly clear path, can't get lost here. Let's just get up the hill, shall we? So, time for a hike. Let's go, Sabina. Alright, Sabina, Jacob's ladder up Penny Fan. This is officially a workout. It's flattened off a little. It was quite steep, a few hundred meters down. Sabina, we made it to the top of Penny Fan. The climb starts off pretty steep, flattens off a little bit to walkable, and then it just ramps up at the end, so watch out, it's got a bit of sting in the tail. The last bit, it was a bit of a scramble up. We made it. This is the top of Penny Fan. I think this could be the highest point on the whole route. So here we are, we're at the top, or we're over halfway. So here we are, Sabina, on the final descent down from Penny Fan. So we're just going down what they call the motorway. This is the big wide path everybody uses to get from Storey Arms to the top of Penny Fan. So this will be our hopefully gentle cruise down to the next checkpoint at Storey Arms. Here we are, just coming down the final stretch of the footpath down to the Storey Arms. I think we're going to go across this bridge here and up. 14 miles today. So we just come through that gate there and we're straight into the car park, and our checkpoint 6 should be somewhere here. So there we go, we'll have made it over the highest peaks in the Brecon Beacons and down to the next checkpoint. We've done about 14 miles today. Hopefully there'll be better visibility and we'll be able to enjoy the views a little bit more next time. But anyway, thank you so much for coming with us. Hope you enjoyed that. We had a whale of a time. So we'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.